Well, everybody, welcome to Why Not Me. I want you to look around the room and look at each other. Thank you so much for being here. Take a minute and look around the room, and then why not me? Look at each other and realize that the ones that are in this room are the ones that took the risk, took the moment, took the initiative to be here, and give yourself a little bit of an applause, because every single one of you knocked it out the park. It was freaking amazing. And may I also say that I have spoken all over the world, and I've spoken over to thousands and thousands of people. And this is probably the best reminder and the best opportunity that I've had in a long time to remember where I came from, to remember that I need to start somewhere. You guys are taking on this experience and you're doing it. You're choosing to be here and you're being in the moment. This is actually really bigger to me to see something like this happen than an event when there are many thousand people in the audience. You have the intimacy, you have the opportunity to get to know each other, you get to learn about each other, and you get to really share your message and be real with the audience. Now, wherever this goes, it's going to be meant to go. And the people who hear the message will be meant to hear the message that is here today. So just know that whatever you share today, and you all did knock it out of the park, it is going to go global somehow, some way, because somebody needs to hear your message today, and somebody will receive it. Okay? So I just wanted to welcome you all and say, big applause. Thank you for being here. And hopefully I'll do this correctly so that we don't have to, let's see, how do I share this? I'm upside down, I guess. Thank you so much, by the way. Yay! Okay. All right, it's not doing it. Yay! There it is, there we go. Okay, so there's the magic right there. I want to introduce myself. My name is Pattie Godfrey-Sadler. I am a publisher, and I'm also a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm also a recovered drug addict, and I'm also a survivor of severe domestic abuse. And all of this stuff that I experienced was over a period of 22 years. And everything that I've accomplished, I have accomplished in the last 14 years. It is a testament to you that no matter who you are or what you've experienced or where you've been, if you have a foundation and you choose to come back to that certain place where you decide to be accountable for your life and take on your life, you can do anything you imagine. All the speakers today gave you a lot of really good tips. Like the naysayers in the backyard, or the why, I couldn't do it myself, or I was so small, or I had to overcome something, and the brain development and believing what we are telling ourselves, the messages, the exercises that we did that proved to us that we could do more than we thought we could once we thought of it and it came from our mind, right? And we set our mind on it. So the messages have been valuable. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to put this aside. I don't think I'm going to need it. But I had handed you guys a little piece of paper that is in front of you. I would invite you to take a moment, share with me your interests. This is not a sell. This is not a sale card. I'm not trying to sell anything to you. What I want to do is I want to get to know you and understand where your interests lie and what you're trying to achieve, because together we can do so much. And I have so many resources that I want to share with you. So if you have things that you want to share with me about what you want to accomplish, just let me know. Let's see if we can share some of those resources. Okay, so anyway, again, I'm Pattie Sadler. I am the CEO, founder of New Life Clarity Publishing. I'm also the CEO of NL Trucking, and I am also the owner of Heart Talks. All right. The first one key that I want you to take away here is where you came from is not your destination. How easy is it for you to think about where you've been and think, well, that's all I deserve out of life? All the messages today have been true to the heart of knowing who we are and measuring that success and believing who we are. But where you came from is not the destination. Where you came from might be your mighty message that could save someone else's life. Where you're going is to a place where you've mastered overcoming that place that you came from and becoming the owner of your own universe. Okay? The second thing, make waves with ripples. Little changes, little things you're doing make big changes down the road. Everything you do has a ripple effect. So remember, it may seem like you're taking small steps, but you're really actually making ground, because these small steps will turn into ripples, will turn into waves in the ocean. Okay? And number 3, you are what you believe. And how many times, I don't even think I need to talk about that. We've learned so much about it today. We are what we believe. We tell ourselves who we are. 4, why are you? Or why you, excuse me. Why you and why your message? I'll tell you why. Nobody experienced what you experienced. I don't care if it's the same story, if it's drugs or it's abuse or it's, alcoholism or whatever it could be, or family infrastructure problems, divorce or death. I don't care what your story is, but I do care because it's your experience and no one else has the same one as yours. Now, the point of me saying this is no two stories are the same, but every story is important, because there is somebody in the world who will only relate to what you experienced. We all have doppelgangers. We all have twins somewhere. But somebody in the world will only be able to relate from your perspective because that's what they received in their life. Someone out there needs to hear that story from your perspective to stay alive. Every single one who has been here was brave, courageous, had the passion and the moment and the desire to come up here and share something of themselves. Do you not think that's not going to have a ripple effect elsewhere? Because believe me, it will. You don't know who's listening through that camera and through the Zoom meetings. You don't know who this is going to go to. But only your side of that story made it possible for someone else to survive. All right, now get busy, get loud. When you have overcome and realized that you are valuable and you deserve to love yourself, that's when passion really happens. But when you start creating that passion and you take that one step, and many of you did today, for the first time, getting up and speaking, sharing your story, taking the time, taking a moment, you take that one moment to get busy and do something and take action. And that's when you get loud without even realizing it. People hear you. So when we talk really small and we play really small and we forget just how big we really are, we're really hurting the world. We're hurting what other people need from us. Do not play small. Be loud. Get busy. Show others. Give back. Take one step and have the courage to do one thing. And today you will rise and others will gain from what you gave them, whether you know it or believe it or not. It's true. The other thing is, thank you. And the other thing is, the very last one is go global. And no matter what you believe or what you think, there is no way that your presence isn't seen on a global scale nowadays. Social media is everywhere. Podcasts are everywhere. Books are everywhere. You can sell a book internationally. You can speak on a stage internationally. You can go to social media and you can talk to anybody across the world. And Zoom meetings make it really possible for us to be able to meet and just come together and gather and get to know each other that way too. There is no reason why anyone in this room should have any desire, and which I don't believe any of you do, to play small. Many of you have come many miles to be here. You know what that tells me? That tells me that you own, that you deserve to be here, and you deserve to get loud and get noticed and make a difference in your communities. So give yourself an applause, and realize, go ahead, applaud right now for yourselves. You've made a choice to make a difference, and it's going to matter. Okay? So the next thing we want to do, we want to go from fear factor. That's where it starts, where we learn our experience and we learn to overcome things and we take a little step at a time. And we were talking earlier about fear and how it was the emotion, of what the experience we expected it to be, not really what fear was, correct? And we want to go from fear to fantastic. So what we want to do is think about where, first of all, where have you been all of my life? Because honestly, today was one of the most refreshing moments I've had in a long time. And I've been to millions of conferences, it feels like. Give yourself an applause. So, when we tell our story, we're telling somebody something that might be relative to them, that could be life-changing. We don't know who that is. It doesn't matter. It's none of our business. Who needs that message? It is our business to make sure that it is known that we are here to be the beacon for them to get across that bridge, right? And who better than ourselves? Everyone in this room is passionate about something and has experienced something. Every one of you. And every one of your stories really does matter. And it's not our business where it goes. It's our higher power's business, or whatever we believe in. It's going to go by itself where it needs to go, and you're going to make a difference, and you don't have to get to know where it goes. But know that you're taking the steps that were needed to do that, which is huge. So tell me what your story is. My story is, I kind of told you a little bit about it. I grew up in a very LDS home. My dad was a patriarch, a stake president, a mission president, a bishop, everything else. When I got out of high school, I married the wrong guy. Straight up made the wrong choice. He introduced me to drugs and pornography and domestic violence. And I lived in this same perpetual state for 22 years. I shouldn't be alive today. I shouldn't be here today. I am, and I have been made a miracle. For you. And for anyone else who needs to hear my message. I shouldn't be alive. I am alive. Clean and sober 14 years. Left a marriage of 22 years of domestic violence. One of us should have been dead. And that's my story. And I accomplished everything that I've wanted to accomplish in 14 years. What is our measure of success? We talked about that earlier. Well, for me, it's an ongoing opportunity. It really is. It's something that doesn't ever stop. It just gets better and better. The more we learn about ourselves and the more that we share of ourselves. Okay? So why your story matters is, what I said to you about my story may have nothing to do with any of you. But it has something to do with somebody that doesn't know if they're going to make it through the story or through their own story. And doesn't know how. They're feeling so much grief and pain and anxiety and loss and just nowhere to turn. We can all be beacons for those around us who need a light. We can be that light. So if we make great waves with little ripples, helping others by telling the story just a few people at a time, that's a little ripple. But you never know who needs your story. I think there's many women, millions of women out there that need to know about breast cancer awareness, that need to know that there's a bridge to the other side. It is not the end of their journey. I think that other people also need to know about drug addiction and all these other things and divorce. And that there is love and peace and kindness and real truth for ourselves on the other side. Okay? So whoever needs that story, like I said, we don't always know who that is. But there is somebody in the world, in these billions and trillions of people, that is worthy of your story and deserves your story. If I deserve to survive all of that, then my brother or sister, I don't care who you are, deserves to get strength from my story. And I deserve to be the one to pull you out because I'm strong enough now. Thank you. Now, one of the things I want you to think about too is two people can have the same story. Okay? Two people can be abused in a marriage, but the perspective of the way they dealt with it and what they experienced, like I said earlier, is going to be different for the other way people perceive the story. So sometimes only you are the one that can tell that story in a way that that person can heal. So everybody's story, even everybody's business, it doesn't matter what you're doing that's just similar to somebody else. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their special space and their place where they can shine in that space. It doesn't matter. Don't feel like you're any less than anybody else because you're not. You're just as great. Every one of you in this room is divinely created for greatness. You are what you believe. Now, this was what we talked about in the brain lessons, about working and resetting our brains and recharging what we know and changing our mindset. I want to ask you, when you started this journey or you were at your worst in your life that you can think of, the worst point, not who were you, but what were you? And I'm going to tell you what I was. And I want you to think for a minute what that means, what I was. Okay? What I was fear. I would hide in a closet. My husband would come home. I'd hide in the closet because I was scared that he was going to beat the crap out of me. Or I would, come out of the shell and out of the closet when he'd leave to go to work, do a little bit of laundry and things that I love to do, and then crawl back into that space and be full of fear all day and all night, all the time. I was fear. Who am I today? I'm a miracle, damn it. I am. And that's the thing is, what are you? Where are you at your story? Where are you in your progression right now? If you're coming from fear right now, taking those little steps to come here and speak are the little things that you needed to move past that fear. And keep doing these little things like what you did today. And you're going to become stronger than all of this. And you're going to be so powerful, you'll just be like, let me pull you out of that ditch right there. Because as we take little steps that seem really scary and have a little bit of bravery, that's how we grow. That's how we succeed. And that's how we find ourselves in the positions where we can make a difference. Okay? So the reality of sharing your story. What did you hear today that you needed to hear? Everybody heard something different, okay? Everyone had a different message, and every message was just as important as the other. So tell me, what did you need to hear today? Now, when you go to speak to other people and share your story, and you're going to publish your book, and you're going to get your book out there, or get your story out there, or your podcast out there, or your show, whatever you're going to do, what is your mighty message going to be? And I'm going to tell you, what it ought to be is what you needed to hear. Okay? What you needed to hear when you needed it, and you heard it from somebody else, and it changed your life. Find that, and learn that, and build on that. Get it. Grab it and give it back. Okay? So, what you needed to hear, be that. And let that be your mighty message. And it will change, it'll progress, it'll be different all the time as you grow. But it starts with one step, the first time. Like today. So, how can we put this into practice? Well, there's lots of ways. First of all, we need to honor our journey. Honor it. Honor where you've been. Don't grieve on it. Don't hate it. Love it. Nourish it. It's your journey. It's your path. Only you experience that. So what about everybody else and what they did or what they didn't do? You survived it. So honor where you came from. And know that it was a lesson for you to get stronger and turn into that beautiful diamond that you are today. Whatever it was, it may have seemed wrong, it didn't deserve it. But now you're a diamond because of it. Or you're going to be, if you aren't already. So honor your journey. Become fearless. Take opportunities like you did today. That's all you got to do. Step up your game. Do something that challenges you often. Every time you challenge yourself to do something a little bit out of your comfort zone, you're going to get a little bit stronger. You're going to, and you just step into that box and take a chance. And take some courage and overcome just a little bit more of your fear. And then step out of the box. Whew, I'm out of that box. But oh my gosh, I made it through the box. Oh my gosh, I did that? What? Well, let's get in the box again. What did I just do? I got in the box again? Holy smokes. Get in that box, get on that box as often as you can, and take challenges, take opportunities to grow. Because every time you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to become more of a powerhouse. You may not see it, but it's going to happen, I promise you. The last thing, give it back. Let me tell you, giving back is just like getting in the box and giving it back. Because sometimes you're not in your comfort zone, but giving it back is part of that discomfort. Don't be so selfish that you don't want to be uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable and be unselfish and give yourself to the world. People need to hear your message. I don't care who you are. Hallelujah. We are all divinely created for greatness. What did I say? We are. Yep, we are all divinely created for greatness. We deserve and we need to be in that box, getting uncomfortable and being so unselfish by giving ourselves to the world. Okay? I want all of you to know that today you spoke out loud. Give yourself an applause. Because honestly, taking that step, some of you traveled and you journeyed here. Some of you just showed up. And some of you just really knocked it out the park. Every one of you in this room knocked it out the park, to be good and honest. Every single person and the part you played by being here was amazing. So keep taking opportunities like this to become the powerhouse you deserve to be, so that the right person can hear your message and you can save their life and get on with saving someone else's. Okay? So why you? Only you've been through your experience, and only you know what you've experienced, and only you can tell the story like you can. No one else can. So we went through all of these things. Where you're from is not your destination. What is your experience? You are what you believe. Why you? It's important. Get busy and get loud. And go global. I'm going to give you all a challenge. And you can do whatever you want with this. But it's just a challenge outside of your... Oh. I'm sorry. What? Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Okay, because it's like, thank you for that. I'm sorry. Blonde driver over here. Okay? So anyway, the call to action is, number one, I don't care what you do with it, but one way to heal and one way to grow and progress is write your story. Write your story so you can learn from what you experienced. Another thing about writing your story is it's healing, okay? It's so healing that when you go through it and relive it and rewrite it, it's therapeutic. Life-changing. It's hard. Even write the stuff you don't want to write. Do the yucky stuff. It's therapeutic. Okay? The next thing. You don't have to publish your book, but I'm here to tell you I'd be happy to publish it. And you can publish it multiple ways. There's self-publishing. There is traditional publishing. I'm a hybrid publisher. There's millions of ways to get your story out there. There's podcasts. There's audiobooks. All kinds of stuff. And there's even places to just type your story and put it in a magazine. But share something that you can give away. My dad used to always say, when he spoke, he said, "A song is no song till you sing it. A bell is no bell till you ring it. Love was not put in your heart to stay. Love is not love till you give it away." So use your story to help other people. Write it down. Go through the pain of experiencing it again and again if you have to. Get the yucky stuff out. Share your story. Share something of yourself. Be unselfish. Be willing to help and make a difference. Don't be selfish by being scared. Okay? This is how you get a hold of me. It's Pattie Godfrey-Sadler on everything. And you can find us at newlifeclarity.com. We are also launching, and I wanted to share this with you, it's Heart Talks. We have been working on this for 3 years, 3 long years. We just finished our first collaborative book. We will be publishing it next week. We are going to start another Heart Talks book here in a couple weeks that I would love to have anyone here who wants to be a part of it, be a part of it. We're also going to be launching our show on Roku in January. So if someone would like an opportunity to be seen on a global stage, this is the place. So fill out your cards, put down there you want to be a speaker so I know to include you in that. And then I thought I had one more. Nope. Well, nope, it didn't do it. Let's see. There it is. Oh yeah, I did say thank you. I wanted to just say thank you. Thank you so much. There's the blonde girl again. You know, I just want to thank you so much for letting me be here today and allowing me to be a part of listening to your journeys and learning and growing with you. And I just love every one of you in this room for doing what you did. It's powerful. And Sun Yong here, you know, what you have created for this beautiful space, for us to come together and grow and connect and also maybe overcome a little bit. Why not me? Why not you? You guys are freaking amazing. And you know, I could talk a lot more, but I have to tell you that I'm just really filled with gratitude to be here today. Thanks so much for listening to me. I'm Pattie Sadler, and check out newlifeclarity.com.